I'm awaiting the ride to work since I had canceled the regular one so I wouldn't have to rush out of lunch. Or worse, go without lunch. But I wonder if anyone ends up running into potential scenarios that could harken back dysfunctional childhood memories or hold connections to certain experiences, like threats to bunny boil, for instance. Bunny boiling is taking away and or destroying something your target loves in order to maintain control over your target. It is a form of emotional abuse for those who may not know what bunny boiling is. Thankfully, my mother never did that, and sure as hell never allowed it. When I asked her if it was normal later on, because sometimes our grandmother threatened to do that, bunny boiling, and no, I'm not talking about literally boiling bunnies. I just described the act earlier. My mother said, no, that's not normal. I even asked the staff how normal that was, asking her if it was normal or mental abuse, and she confirmed it was mental abuse. But one scenario that once popped into my brain during work the other night was the scenario of being coerced into surrendering my wedding ring and me rebuffing those attempts to force me into that, saying, no, I'm keeping the ring. I'll have to unpack. One thing I can unpack is maybe some unconscious, subconscious fears of being sabotaged on some level, or being forced to surrender something I worked hard for, or having something stolen from me against my wishes. And you don't need to access someone's individual reality to do that. Besides, the only individual reality you can access, as I understand it, is yours. So, with that out of the way, I don't have a wedding ring yet, but I will have a few of those soon. And probably some engagement rings as well. But that was pretty weird. Even when doubt befell me, which you gotta acknowledge or it won't go away. It's gonna happen sometimes. So if any of you all are going through that during any of your journeys, whatever those might look like, you're not alone, and this isn't meant to shame in any way, shape, or form. So I apologize in advance in the event that I unintentionally come across that way. This segment of the episode was long overdue. I meant to record more, but didn't get around to it. But I am going to have even more in my corresponding written post. The first segment came from the Edgerton farm, where I picked an entire bag. Oh, jeez. If you can see that. An entire bag of apples. Fresh apples. None of that sprayed on there. And I definitely want to pay the farm another visit. Or at least pay the farmer's market a visit, where you can get real produce. But that's a topic for a later time. Anyhow, aside from other personal matters, I just thought I would start by musing on about that weird thing as I unpack any possible unconscious, subconscious things that could potentially bring such scenarios on, and also in turn help, if not totally prevent them from realizing themselves down here, at least very severely reduce the chances of it happening as I reach my goals. And I guess that's all for now. I'll see you later. This is probably going to be one of those episodes where there's more in the matching blog post than there is in the episode itself. And this may be one of the most disjointed episodes ever, jumping from topic to topic like that. But yeah, thankfully my friend is okay. I didn't have to worry about fumbling her like I might have with my own mother. One welfare call could have saved my mother's life, potentially. It could have. And it probably would have, in one small way or the other. So I wanted to make sure I wouldn't like that ever again. And in doing so, even though I didn't kill anybody, so now I'm just watching out for everyone to make sure I don't screw up like that again, because there's so much more I should have been sharing with her physically right now, including the event from the clip at the very beginning of the episode. A trip to the Edgerton farm, where I picked a pumpkin at the patch and picked a whole bag full of apples. I would have told her about that. I used to talk picking apples at the orchard here and there as a kid, never thinking that one day I would finally get a chance to do just that years later as an adult. If that ain't manifesting, I don't know what is. There's no other way to explain it, really, except matching yourself up to it. And I'm talking about the things you want in life, not the things that you don't. But that, of course, is a vlog for later. The one thing that we can't really call in is someone's death, unless, God forbid, somebody committed homicide of any sort. But that's a topic for another video. So do pardon the disjointedness of this episode. I have also got a plan for my birthday, when I should have been inviting my mother to the upcoming birthday dinner, which is now a couple of weeks out. Actually, going on 2 weeks out. And I have to renew my manicurist license so that I can then pursue going mobile with the nails and skincare. Perhaps even attaching a mobile unit to my SUV or van. At least, that's the aim. This happens to be gel. I'll go ahead and put that in the description down below if I haven't done that already. Or I'll put it in an annotation right here. I think Gelish still makes it, but... or if not, then there are definitely gels that are very similar, if not the exact same as this shade of gold. And yes, they are changing the photo initiators for the sake of safety in most, if not all, the gels. The Photoinitiators are the ingredients that make gel cure under that LED lamp. I forgot the name of them. I'll have to look into it again. But they are replacing the photoinitiator in a lot of gels because of concerns caused by feeding rats huge amounts of this photoinitiant, which is not how it's supposed to be used. It's meant to be used on nails and cured under a lamp, which is a very tiny amount of it. But that is a topic for another video too. I probably should put these in bullet points to discuss the photoinitiants for gel nail products and other matters. But I guess that's all for this episode, and I'll see you guys later.